At the beginning of the month, when I sit down to plan out my dinners, I plan all 31 dinners, okay? On the side of that meal plan, I will also jot down at least 7 breakfast items and at least 7 lunch items. And I'm going to make sure that I have enough of those to last me throughout the month. This is where shopping my pantry gets really, really important, because you're going to hear a theme throughout this entire video, and that is buying in bulk. And you're going to hear a lot of repeats and a lot about leftovers. It's not going to be super exciting. It's not going to be super fancy, but this is really how we do things. But I'm just going to walk you guys through what a typical breakfast and lunch scenario looks like throughout the month for my family. Just know I do make a list, like I said, of about 7 items per breakfast, per lunch, and I just make sure that I have enough of it throughout the entire month, because I do buy in bulk. I'll shop my pantry, see what I need to actually get us through the month, and just buy what I need. Let's hop into all of the tips. A huge way I do breakfast specifically is I buy in bulk. So prime example here is oatmeal. We don't like plain oatmeal that comes in like the big tubs. I only use that for baking. When it comes to breakfast oatmeals, we tend to go with these little packages. I know they're not as good for you. Whatever, it is what it is, but we really like these. I will buy 2 of these 20 packs boxes at a time, so we'll have 40 packages of oatmeal, and these last us a long time because we don't eat oatmeal every single day. We definitely go through kicks where we're eating oatmeal, you know, probably 3 or 4 times a week, and then I buy more of these. What's new, crew, and welcome back to my channel. I've been getting so many questions lately on how I plan for breakfast and lunches, specifically for my monthly meal plan. I share with you guys a ton about dinners, but not breakfasts and lunches, so it makes sense that you guys have questions. So I'm gonna go through and share with you guys how I plan, what I do, and all of those things. So let's hop into that. For the most part, 40 lasts us probably like 4 months or so if we're eating it just a couple times a week. Me and my husband are really the only one that eats these. Our kids do every once in a while, probably like twice a month, but I will buy a ton of these at a time. Just keep them in the pantry, and then when we want them, we have them. So I only have to restock these a couple times a year, and that's a way I do that. The other thing that I typically buy in bulk is pancake mix. I recently started shopping at Sam's Club. I went twice through the year of 2021, and I got this big bad boy. It is 10 pounds of pancake mix. I was delighted when I saw this. It was right around that $4 range, $5 range. And how I do this is I just wrote the date up here of when I opened it. That way I know next time I go to Sam's Club how long this 10 pounds actually lasted me, and I can buy 1 or 2 or 3 depending on how many I need to last me until my next Sam's Club run. But before Sam's Club, I would buy those really big boxes of pancake mix from Walmart, but this is a way better deal, so I'm happy I discovered this. But we'll do pancakes, or this pancake mix also can make waffles. Most pancake mixes are like that. I don't have a waffle maker, but I would love to get one. With buying that one big thing of pancake mix, we could get pancakes, waffles, biscuits, like all sorts of those things that we make. Pancakes is definitely the more popular option. We eat those probably 2 times a week. Same with my breakfast meats. Now I buy them in bulk because we buy half of a pig at a time. So my freezer right now is full of bacon and maple breakfast sausages. Before we started buying whole pigs or half of a pig at a time, I was buying them monthly. And before we bought meat in bulk, I would just budget it into my monthly haul, and we only ate breakfast meats on Saturdays or Sundays. So what I would do is on the weekends, I knew that we needed 1 package of bacon and 1 package of breakfast sausages. So therefore, throughout the month, I would buy 2 packets of bacon, 2 packets of breakfast sausages, and then every Saturday morning we would have pancakes and sausage, or pancakes and bacon, or French toast, something like that. But every Saturday we had breakfast meats. Otherwise, for the rest of the week we didn't. It was too expensive, it wasn't in our budget, so we just would not have that like really fancy breakfast meat. It was only a 1 a week thing. I also always stock yogurt in the house, and applesauce. Those are pretty much fair game for any meal as a side. A huge thing that we do for breakfast here is toast. Just plain toast with either obviously butter, cinnamon and sugar, peanut butter, Nutella, jam, whatever anybody wants. But I would say we eat toast and eggs most mornings. We do have laying hens, so we get eggs readily available about 10 months out of the year. Right now they're slacking. They're kind of freeloaders basically from now until February. They don't really lay hardly anything. So for the next couple of weeks, I will just be buying store-bought eggs, and that's totally fine. But eggs are always an option. Toast, my kids' favorite breakfast right now is cinnamon sugar toast with yogurt and a little bit of sprinkles or applesauce. That's pretty much our go-to. I always try to stock granola in the house as well, or we'll get those big bags of cereal. Hang on, let me go get one. We also stock big bags of cereal like this in the house. This is the only way I buy cereals, in these big bags. I get these from Walmart. They're the best price per ounce. This is 36 ounces. So it's a 2-pound bag. I try to refrain from cereal for breakfast just in general because it doesn't stick with you. It's not something that's gonna keep you full. But this is an option we keep in the house. The kids will often pair cereal with something like toast or a bagel, something that's actually gonna stick to them a little bit longer, but this is also an option. So that being said, for breakfast, my only tip is I buy in bulk, and then I really don't have to worry about it. I know what my family needs because I've been doing this my whole adult life. However, if you're just starting, just think about what you typically eat for breakfast in a week. Maybe you're not a huge breakfast person, so you know, a extra loaf of bread for you to do toast in the morning is enough for you. Maybe you just only like bagels. You go through 1 bag of bagels a week, so you know you're gonna need 4 bags of bagels, 1 for every week of the month to get you through the month. It's just breaking it down by week and then timesing it by 4 is typically the best way to do things. French toast is kind of a treat in my house because I don't always think about it when I'm meal planning or when I'm grocery shopping. But when I make French toast, I will buy those thick Texas toasts. I always stick to the store brand. It's just cheaper that way, especially when it comes to bread. And I will buy 2 or 3 loaves from Walmart. I will just pull out a whole loaf of Texas toast on Friday night, so it's thawed for Saturday morning. We'll pair it with our Saturday morning breakfast meat, and that's the way we do things. I know for my family, if I'm making French toast, I need a whole loaf of bread. You might need 2 loaves, or maybe you're just gonna do 1 loaf like I do and pair it with something else to help stretch the meal, like applesauce, yogurt, breakfast sausages, maybe fruit, whatever it is. Fruit is always fair game in my house. We pair that with everything. If you watch my grocery hauls, you know that I buy so much fruit in the beginning of the month. Whether this be frozen fruit, fresh fruit, it is always fair game as a side for breakfast. So even if someone's eating a bowl of cereal for breakfast, they can pair that with frozen fruit, an apple, oranges, banana, pineapple, whatever they want. And that's the way it goes. I also don't force everybody in my household to eat the same breakfast. I know that might sound a little crazy, but breakfast is kind of that one meal where, unless it's Saturday morning and I'm making that big breakfast of French toast and sausage or whatever, I kind of let my kids pick what they want. My school-aged daughter really likes blueberry waffles, just toaster waffles, so I will buy 2 big 24-count waffles at the beginning of the month, and she'll eat those kind of like as we're at the end of the driveway waiting for the bus. My middle child could eat cereal every single day for breakfast with a slice of toast and some frozen fruit. She would be completely content. My 2-year-old doesn't really care what he's eating as long as he's eating something. So there's that. I prefer breakfast sandwiches. So I'll collect eggs in the morning, fry myself up an egg, throw a little bit of cheese on it, slap it on some toast. I don't really like meat in my breakfast sandwiches, so that is plenty for me, and I'll pair that with an orange or apple slices, my cup of coffee, and I'm usually pretty happy. So to conclude breakfast, I would say make a list of things that you like, that you know you're gonna want throughout the month or the week, whatever it is. Give yourself a couple of options. Buy in bulk. That also makes it easy because you'll have things that roll over and take a couple of months to go through, like my big thing of pancake mix, my oatmeal, and things like that. Moving into lunches, this is the one that is super basic. We're really boring when it comes to lunches. So me and my husband, we eat leftovers pretty much every single day for lunch. This is a huge way that we prevent food waste and we save money because the meal's already cooked. I'm sure you guys can relate, especially if you have, you know, an average sized family like myself. You're making dinner and everybody eats. You're packaging it away and you get like 1 or maybe 2 Tupperwares, say they're this sized, of leftovers. It's not enough for everybody to eat it again, but it's too much to just want to throw it away. We will package it up, 1 for my husband to bring to work, 1 for me to eat the next day. And that's how we go through our leftovers. If we don't have enough leftovers, this is typically what me and my husband will eat, and then I'll move on to things that like my kids eat and then weekend lunches. So things that me and my husband really like to eat if we don't have leftovers. We are a huge fan of these Star-Kissed little packets. They have so many different flavors, so many different options. So we recently got the chicken ones for the first time, and I have not tried their plain chicken ones yet. But today for lunch, because I didn't have leftovers, I ate one of their chicken salad ones. I just made toast, threw this on there with a little bit of romaine lettuce, and it was so good. So highly recommend these. But we typically eat their tuna ones. Their lemon pepper ones are my favorite. I'll just eat them with crackers, pair it with apple slices, applesauce, something like that, and I'm very happy. We also have sweet and spicy, ranch. My husband also really likes their chicken buffalo tuna packet. I'll do the same thing with these. Really randomly, I'll buy like 15 or 20 of these at a time. They are at the $1 price range for these, at least in my area. That might differ where you live. So I'll spend 15, 20 bucks on a ton of these, put them in the pantry, and then they're there. And we don't eat these every single day. Most days out of the week, I would say probably 5 days out of the week, me and my husband are both eating leftovers. But just to have these in the pantry, something that's pantry stable, and it's not gonna go bad, we like to keep these. Another thing similar to this is the Knorr Select sides. I'll do the exact same thing. I'll spend $20, $15 on those, buy 15 or 20 packets because they are also at those $1 price ranges. And I will eat those for myself. If we only have enough leftovers for one person, my husband takes it with him to work. And then I will make myself something at home. Those Knorr Selects are really, really good. They have so many different options to choose from, and I like pretty much every single one I've ever tried from Knorr Select. I will also throw in veggies and proteins sometimes just to bulk it up a little bit, and I really like that. But if I'm not doing leftovers, the tuna packets or Knorr Select sides, I am making myself a sandwich. I'm really boring when it comes to lunches. That is basically it. If it's summertime and I have a ton of garden veggies, I'm making myself a salad. That's pretty much it. That might sound boring to a lot of people, but that's just the way I like to eat. I'm very simple. So that's just the way it is. My kids, however, do have a couple staples that they really like. One of those being a roll-up. We just take a tortilla, put some cheese, a pickle, and some lunch meat in there and roll it up. And they'll walk around with their little roll-up, eat it, and that's usually plenty for them. My kids are also little, so they don't need a whole lot to sustain them. We'll pair those, like I said, yogurt, applesauce, fruit, veggies. Are you seeing a theme here? I will also buy things in bulk. This is really starting to come together now, isn't it? Things that I like to stock up on to keep in the pantry for when my kids aren't eating roll-ups or sandwiches. We have this little Crustable maker. I've shared it in videos before. We got it off Amazon. The kids are obsessed with it. It works with meat and cheese or peanut butter and jellies, peanut butter and Nutella, whatever you want to stuff in it, and it makes your own homemade Crustables. The kids love them. They get to pick their shape. It did come with 3 different shapes inside of the box. I think we paid $12 for it. Totally worth it. and the kids love Crustables. So they will eat the Crustables, the roll-ups, and then the other things that they really like are obviously mac and cheese, plain mac and cheese with hot dogs. I will buy probably, same thing, 15, 20 of these at a time. I get these from Aldi. They're 49 cents, 50 cents a box. I'll just stock up on a ton of these, keep them in my pantry, pull them out when I need them, and the kids love these for lunch. The other one that my kids love for lunch and that they ate today, ramen, also super budget friendly. I'll buy 2 or 3 of those big packs of these, keep them in the pantry, and then I have them when I need them, and then I just restock slowly but surely. When it comes to weekend lunches, just like breakfast, I will make a bigger, more extravagant lunch because all 5 of us are home. Sometimes what I will do is on Friday, I will make a big dish. Like, this is a big casserole. This is tater tot casserole. I made this on Friday, and we will just eat off of this casserole. We'll have it for dinner Friday. We'll eat it for lunch Saturday and Sunday. And then all we're doing is heating things up. That's one way I do it. So leftovers for lunch, everybody will eat this. Sometimes on Friday I'll make a big crock pot meal or a big soup or something that we can just eat off of throughout the weekend. That might again sound really boring, but it's just honestly the way we do it. If you see my grocery hauls, specifically my Aldi hauls, you will often see me get a couple packages of these like pre-made convenience items like chicken tenders, popcorn chicken, sometimes I'll get french fries. I save these items for weekend lunches. A very typical weekend lunch for us is a bag of chicken tenders, maybe 2 boxes of mac and cheese, and guess what? I will also cut up some apples or some oranges, some carrot sticks, and that will be our lunch. Another thing that we like to do is these Lipton soups. We will do these with hot ham and cheese sandwiches or just plain grilled cheese sandwiches. That is a super typical weekend lunch for us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this cleared up some questions for you guys. Make sure you subscribe. I will link down below my meal plan playlist for you guys for a ton of dinner ideas. And of course, I will see you guys tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Bye.